All right, y'all. So Sanya's pregnant, but who is gonna watch this baby? Because she don't watch Doocy. And also, the mental health retreat that Drew put together actually was a success. At least that's what I think. Is y'all ready to talk about this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Let's roll.
Oh yes, bitches and hoes. I'm back.
I drop a player like it's nothing, it ain't working out. Now no debate up for discussion, bitch, I'm walking out. My time is money, I ain't loving, let you toast it out. Flip my weave and walk it out, look how I just bossed it out. Now come on baby, why you bugging, we can't talk it out. I keeps it moving, I ain't tripping, lost another spouse. I'm just a boss, it's in my blood, no I won't scream or shout. Grabbing my keys.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV back with another review, and we're reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta season 5675, episode 3246. Listen, what we found out today is Kandi really needed the mental health break at the retreatment, which I'm glad she got. And then also Sanya is pregnant, but with her sister and her mama moving out, who is gonna watch the baby? Who is watching this baby? That's what I want to know. I know she said she getting a doggone nanny, but we'll get to it. Let's get into the episode. So the episode opens up with the little short clips. We got Kenya over there doing karate with Brooklyn. And every time I see Brooklyn, I echo your words, Kenya. What did you do to deserve such a sweet child like that? Because Kenya, you can be really dirty. Say what I said, but love Brooklyn. And then on the other side, we got what's her name? Marlo over there FaceTiming Scotty talking about she want lamb chops, but I believe it's the other chops she really calling about. Anyways. And then we finally got Kandi over there spending time with one of her children, because we all know she don't get to do that often. So she's over there teaching little Ace how to not Ace, what's the girl name? What's the baby name, y'all? Blaze. She teaching Blaze how to brush her teeth. And you know, Blaze is learning not to swallow the toothpaste. Shout out to Blaze. She got her whole mama face. Blaze got Kandi's whole face. But let's get into it. So the episode opened up. We got Drew and her sister, allegedly. We got them going to look at the venue for this mental health retreat because it really has helped her sister slash mama, and she wants her friends to be able to feel the love and the mental health that they need to get. You know what I'm saying? But they get to talking to the lady, and the lady said, we ain't having no liquor. We need the mind to be free. I got this gabba juice. Y'all gonna drink this and y'all gonna shut up. We not doing all that liquor. Y'all gonna get the acting crazy and all that when the liquor involved. So y'all gonna get this juice that I'm about to juice up for you. And Drew was over there saying, for real? Oh man, Drew, you don't need no liquor. Because when you get drunk, you get the crying. And one thing I don't like is a crying drunk. Angry drunk and a crying drunk. I don't like it, girl. Get from around me. Y'all drink the gabba juice and leave it at that. Let's move on. So now we move to the next scene. Ross has dropped into town for 2 hours because you know he ain't never there. But he dropped in town for 2 hours, and basically Sanya has an announcement. She told him to thumb through the notes of all her notebook because you know she don't get to see him that much, so she got to take notes. You know what I'm saying? So she said, hey babe, you know it's a lot of things we didn't cover. Why don't you thumb through these notes to see some of the notes that I had took because you ain't never here, you know, to see what's going on. Well, lo and behold, when he looked through that, he found out a pregnancy test was there and it was positive. So they having a baby. And he was like, oh my God, I'm so happy. He started sweating a little bit because he didn't know if the lady he was messing with outside down there in Texas was going to be pregnant or if she was going to be mad or say something. You know what I'm saying? But either way, he was there to rejoice with his wife. Shout out to Sanya and Drew for, not Sanya and Drew, girl. They wish at this moment. But shout out to, Sanya and what's her husband's name? Ross with his fine ass. But anyway, so they go downstairs to tell the family that they're pregnant, but they stood in the wrong direction, right? So most of the family caught on, but you know, mama a little old. She didn't catch it right away. They jumping up, giving hugs and all that, and mama was like, girl, wait, what happened? What had happened? What do you mean? Everybody like, oh my God, and look at Sanya, you know, mama a little slow. Let's stand back and so she could see it again. No, Sanya, y'all slow. Y'all was standing in the wrong spot. Now that y'all standing in the right spot, mama could see the message and say, oh my God, y'all are pregnant. Congratulations. So now, no further than 2 seconds, she sits down and her sister tells her, girl, yeah, we found somewhere to go. Me and my husband, and we getting up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to you and the baby. I hope you get you a nanny or something, because we getting up out of here. We done. We out of here. You know what I'm saying? And Sanya was like, oh my God, y'all are leaving me so fast. Yes, Sanya, you're going to have to actually raise your child. That's crazy, huh? Well, the mama jumped up and said, well, yeah, you know, we going to end up moving the same vicinity or the same apartment complex that, you know, my daughter's moving in. We going to be in the same unit, in the same, what do you call it? Whatever it is. And so Sang is really feeling that because she was like, oh my God, who's going to cook and watch my child while I run the streets? You know what I'm saying? Because Ross ain't going to be there. But the mama said, you're going to have to figure it out, young lad, as you should. Let's move on. Oh, and she did get the opportunity to tell Deucey that he's gonna be a big brother, and little Deucey said, when is the baby coming? I need to know ASAP Rocky. Shout out to little Deucey. You're gonna have to be a little bit unbad now, Deucey, because you know you be jumping off of walls and stuff. Let's move on. So now we move to the next scene. Drew and Wreck-It Ralph, that's his name, they went out on a date to kind of do date night. She said they were supposed to do it. Dr. Ken told them to go on date night once a week, but they haven't been going on date night. Hell, Ralph hadn't even been going to doggone therapy. She the only one continuing therapy. And then let me tell y'all something. This is a recipe for disaster. Ladies out there, if you go to therapy and your spouse don't, you gonna get therapy up out of that marriage. Straight up. That's what's gonna happen. It ain't gonna last because you're gonna be the only one growing mentally and emotionally, and your partner is gonna be over there stagnant and looking at you like you crazy, like Wreck-It Ralph is doing Drew. You know what I'm saying? So they out there bowling or whatever, acting like they actually love each other or whatever, but we all know they both actors and actresses, you know. So they sit down and toast to their first date night in about 6 years, you know, because they don't do that much, just like Dr. Ken told them. And no quicker than they could toast and sip this little drink, Drew decides to tell Ralph that, you know, she's been going to therapy. She didn't understand why he stopped going to therapy. You know what I'm saying? She was like, but you know, it's working for me, but I feel like I'm hustling backwards because you don't want to go to therapy. You just completely said F therapy, F me. You know, you done treated me bad back in the day. You done told me I don't deserve nothing but a Lunchable. And you ain't like that Dr. Ken was calling you out on your behavior. That's why you don't want to go, you know. But Ralph was like, nah, that ain't why. It's just, you know, it's levels to this and I'm actually doing the work. Ralph, what work are you doing if you don't know what's wrong? See, you don't want nobody to tell you what's wrong. And you know, Drew, at the end of the day, you are just so happy to say you have a husband. He knows that, so he uses that to his advantage and say it's levels to this. You know, that's what he's gonna continue to say. Now, the producers did ask Drew, hey girl, do you think he went out there to Vegas and did something with that lady? And she was like, no, I don't think so. Yes, you do. Girl, I can feel the insecure oozing from your pores. Yes, you do. That's why you even said in your confessional that y'all have to work through infidelity, faithfulness, transparency. Girl, stop acting crazy. Ooh, it's got to be a bad feeling to know your husband cheating and ain't nothing you could do about it. So after she tells him that she's going to continue her therapy, and if he want to just stay stagnant and he can stay stagnant, he got mad. You should have seen the way he looked at her. I don't know if you could see it right there, because she was like, let's just end date night at this point because you not understanding. You don't get it. He don't want to get it, Drew. And this is what y'all be running for marriage for? Child, please, let's move on. So Kenya invites Shamia and Candy to come stop by the house. And you know what's crazy? Y'all be acting like y'all friends online and on all y'all pictures. And Shamia, this was her first time coming to the house. Shamia, where is Portia? Where is Portia? Why is you over there without Portia? Girl, what kind of friend are you? Anyway, so they sit down and basically, Kenya tried to flex and say she sent her child to work with cloth napkins, to school with cloth napkins. And Brooklyn said the teacher don't even let her use it. Girl, bye. Shout out to Brooklyn, though. But anyway, she sits down with the girls and tells them that she's got baby fever and she want to have another baby, but she's got to do it through surrogacy because all of the stuff that, you know, could go wrong with her pregnancy, being at her age and all her other pre-existing conditions. Now, Shamia is here for it. And she was asking Candy, she was like, girl, do you think I would have like any type of jealousy? And Candy was like, girl, no. Let me tell you something. That baby is going to be great. You're going to be able to feel that baby, love that baby, just the same. People that say that is cap. Well, Chloe said, this is what Chloe said from the Kardashians. She said it was different, the second baby, than it was from the first baby. Now, this my thing, though. Kenya, why is you asking Candy? Candy ain't seen that baby since the baby came out the surrogate. By the way, who is been used by Shamia and everybody else. Let me say this. I gotta be completely honest, y'all. Just like abortion, I believe some people abuse this surrogate thing. I do. I really do. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just telling y'all what's up. I believe that some women abuse this surrogate thing. I don't know what Shamia's issue was, why she couldn't have a child, but people are literally just grabbing surrogates just like nothing. And I'm not saying that Kenya shouldn't get one, because Kenya is of age, you know what I'm saying, and probably have some other conditions, that her doctor warned her about. So Kenya is something different. But I believe that some women are out here abusing this process because they just simply don't want to have no baby out their cooch. And Shamia gonna say that, people gonna be like, they just doing it because they don't want the Vash to do this, that, and the third. It's true. It's true. Not for everybody, but for some people, it is true. Now, I can't remember why Kenya ain't have her baby. Not Kenya, Candy ain't have her baby, Blaze, but whatever it was, and I want to say because she was too busy. I'm not too busy for you. But I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it could go either way. Nevertheless, girl, moving on. So they get to talking about this party that Sheree had, but Sheree invited everybody except Kenya and Candy. And Candy was like, girl, wait a minute, how she gonna invite, have this party with all these girls there and she don't invite me, but let me backpedal too. Shamia asked Kenya, I'm sorry, she asked Kenya, hey, who's the daddy, who the baby daddy? And Kenya said, it's gonna be, the eggs I had with Mark. And I'm with Candy. Candy was like, I don't think this is a good idea. I'm with Candy on that. Candy was like, none of this is making sense. Like, girl, why would you double back with a baby with this man after he's sending you through the mud, And Kenya was like, well, we already agreed that I own the eggs. And look at Shamia. I think you should go for it. Shut up, Shamia. Shut up, because you ain't going to be in court with her. Shut up. Shut it up. Anyway, they get to talking about this doggone party, back to Sheree's party. And girl, they had said that Martell threw the dinner, and Martell made the girls cash app and sent him back the money. Baby, yes, he did. $1,500. He wanted it back. What's up? Baby, Martell said, I don't even like y'all hoes. Run me my coin. Now, Martell, you was a dirty dog. Listen, this is what we know. Martell ain't got no money. Martell can't even pay attention right now. He is struggling and scratching. If that was the case, Martell, you shouldn't even threw the doggone party. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have threw it. It's not okay that you threw the party. Now you got Kenya over here saying she was booked and busy, and Candy saying she wasn't tripping, but she really felt like she needed an invite. Candy, nobody thought you was gonna come. Nobody thought you was gonna come for real. Let's be honest. You barely could come to the stuff we got going on now. Them people probably ain't think you was coming. You know what I mean? But I just find it funny that, Martell threw this whole party and they ain't had no money to party. He threw a dinner with no dinner. No dinner money, at least. Girl, y'all got to be strong. Let's move on. So now Sheree goes take her dog for a bath. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all letting these people trick y'all. How the hell am I paying y'all to wash my dog and I got to be the one to wash it? Girl, this don't make no sense. But Sheree went down there to walk her dog or wash her dog or whatever. And she gets on the FaceTime with Martell, who's going somewhere. And nobody really cares, girl. Anyway, moving on. So now it's the day of the table read. It's super awkward between Candy, and Drew. Because, Drew says she still haven't gotten an apology from Candy, basically going around telling people that she kissed Toya, because it's true. You're not gonna get no apology. Go lay your behind down. And girl, I'm not even about to get on your looks. Moving on, the doggone the table read happens. Everybody is there. Candy and them drafted all her friends to be in this low budget film. I don't like it. If y'all was gonna go for it, go all the way. You know what I'm saying? Make it a big deal. Hire real actresses. Drew the only semi pseudo actress y'all got. And then you got Candy over there telling, what's his name? What's her husband's name? Little dude, Todd, that he need this film to work because everything been about her. She basically, AKA, I'm tired of him crying in my ear about some BS. I need this film to work so he can get off my, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he really just driving me. Look at Todd, don't try to tell me what I need. Yes, you do need it. Todd, and can I say this too? I'm so tired of y'all talking about sex. I am so the hall pass. I'm tired of it all. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to. It's older. It's so old. And then Todd wants to say something like, this ain't got nothing to do with me personally. This ain't my real life. And Etta is not Mama Joyce. Yes, it is. Y'all just want people to know y'all screwing, and it's let's move on. So now it's the day of the mental health retreat. Drew now went down there to see the place. It looks gorgeous. Listen, the transformation is beautiful. It looks very serene and peaceful. I'm here for it. Shout out to the people who transformed this area because it's really, really nice. Now all the girls get to arrive, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody's in a heavenly white like Lisa Ray. And Cynthia Bailey is there because I guess she's the new half season friend of the show. I don't know. And the first thing she goes to tell Sheree is she has such a crush on her. I believe that Cynthia realizes that she's not going to get another man. So she's just hopping over to the female side. And I don't like it. Cynthia is giving desperate. Girl, bye. I don't like it. Anyway, girl, Ralph is there. Girl. Drew hugging everybody but Ralph, and instead of Ralph being a grown-ass man and saying, hey babe, what's going on? You acting like you don't see me. What does Ralph do? Ralph turns around and go hug every single other person in that place except Drew. I mean, it was to the point where Sheree and Kenya was like, do he not see his wife? No, he don't see him because he don't care. I mean, it was literally obvious to everybody there that he was being Petty LaBelle, and, Drew over there talking about, that's my husband. Hey, husband. Husband is going to say hey to everybody else but you, girl. He don't care about you. He's running around here talking to everybody else. He not worried about you. Now, she get in her confessional and say that, they haven't been the same ever since the last date night or whatever, and he done moved out the room. He done did what? He don't sleep in the room with y'all? And you around here talking about, hey, husband? Are you crazy? Girl, he wouldn't even be at the retreat. What you mean he done moved out the room? Talking about he mad from the last doggone conversation that date night. Girl, Ralph is petty. And I don't even... listen, all this to say you married? Really? For real? All this to say you married? Like, he embarrasses you in front of everybody. And this is all to say you married? You had to run him down to be like, oh, hey, hug, hello. And he was like, oh, what's up? My bad. Girl, this is disgusting. Oh Lord, I wish my ex-husband would have, child. It would have been hell to pay. The mental health retreat would have went to mental illness retreat. Do you hear me? So now the sister get up, the mama, and was talking about how, her journey was with mental health and how she basically went on this whole thing, starting in 2020 after her divorce, and how everything triggered her mental rage, and that she even had to they locked her up into the mental health place because she was calling 911 so much because she kept having panic attacks. And I was just like, oh my God. So she want to give some of the tools to the girls so that the girls can, know how to treat their illnesses if they have some. And then we got drop it with Drew, girl. Look at this. Drop it with Drew. Now, Drew hasn't dropped it, but she want everybody else to drop it with Drew. I don't like it. I'm not here for it. I think it should be... They shouldn't even talk about it no more at this point. Hell, I love the fact that Marlo said, girl, let me go online and see if this drop it with Drew thing even exists. And just like that, it does not. 404 not found. It doesn't. It doesn't exist. Drew, drop it. Just drop this Drew. Drop it all. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, they go inside and they do this meditation. They separated the girls from the guys. The women went inside and they meditated. And then you got Sheree over here hating, talking about this is just like Portugal. This is what I wanted when we went down to Portugal. But this ain't what happened in Portugal, Sheree. This is not what happened. So stop with all of that capping and trying to compare because it's not the same. Drew's event is better. Then you got Marlo saying it stank up in here. She felt like somebody ain't put deodorant on or their feet stink or something. She don't want to breathe in and out. It stank. Now this what I want to know. Who's this heifer around here speaking to your man, Drew? Is this the one he went to Vegas with? Because it looked like if that's her, he definitely cheated. Say what I said. But she going out there hugging your man, girl. That's what you need to be worried about. But Candy said she had really enjoyed this. She needed it because she's just been running nonstop. Candy, I've been telling you to go lay down for the longest, but you don't want to hear it. You don't. Now, on that flip side, they get ready to do dinner on the inside, the girls. And you got Heat out there trying to talk to, what's his name? Wreck-It Ralph. He's trying to tell Ralph, you look, bro, you got to chill with these assistances because this ain't looking good for you. Now, on the inside, they sitting down talking and Drew decides to address the table and say, I've been going through mental health myself, mental illnesses or whatever. And, when we was at the retreat, I was trying to be vulnerable to y'all, But I found that I couldn't because y'all wasn't really receiving me. I don't like to receive me. Girl, I love you. Yeah, I don't know why that came to my head. But she was like, I tried to, be vulnerable, but y'all wouldn't receive me. Girl, Drew, people wasn't trying to hear that because you wasn't being completely honest about what was going on. So Sheree brought up the lawsuit and was like, girl, what's been going on with that? And Drew said that, she's already been to court. They waiting on a verdict. It could take up to 30 days. Sheree said she saw them outside talking about what they wanted as far as a press conference or something. And Drew was saying she just wanted all to go away. I'm sorry. She wanted all to go away. But this was the gag. Drew said, at first the girl was suing her for $1,000. And it comes to find out they were actually suing her for $10,000. She done upped it to 10. So, but on the outside, basically, Ralph is trying to explain to the dudes why they down there at the lawsuit place. He said that this girl came over there and said she wanted to cook. He didn't like the food or whatever, and something about her being a nanny or something. I'm like, wait, none of this came up in the original conversation. Talking about the girl was supposed to be a nanny, but the babies and stuff. I was like, what the hell? Now, they lying. They are definitely lying about this lawsuit. None of it is making sense, because if somebody's coming in your house to cook, I'm with heat. Why is you letting all these people in your house, first of all? Let's start there first. Why is you letting all these people in your house? And then secondly, you got these people cooking for you and all of that, and then it's just a mess. Now y'all went from $1,000 to $10,000 for this lawsuit. None of it is making sense. Absolutely none of it is making sense. On the inside, Drew's trying to tell the ladies, oh yeah, because she didn't really adapt to my kids. I'm like, kids? I thought you said she was there to come cook. None of it's making sense, because it doesn't make sense. Drew and them lying their ass off. Say what I said. They lying their ass off about this lawsuit. Ain't none of this shit for real. I'm with heat. You got to do better. This don't make no sense. So now they get to talking about this doggone birthday dinner. And they asked Sheree, well, hey, Sheree, girl, what's going on with the birthday dinner? We heard you had a dinner. What's going on? That's what Kenya wanted to know. And Sheree said, well, I invited my closest friends of 30 years to come on down and sing happy birthday to me down there at the restaurant. But it comes to find out, she invited Courtney. She invited all the new girls. All the girls she ain't known but for 5 minutes. Everybody was there. Cynthia was there. The whole team was there. Everybody was there. Cynthia was happy that she was able to be a part of it, because, she ain't got nothing else going on anyway. She said she heard the name of the restaurant was No Way. And she said, yes, way. Gots to be down there, because I ain't got nothing going on. My man done left me. I'm in here, just watching TV, eating popcorn, trying not to gain weight. You know what I'm saying? So she went down there. Now, on the flip side, Candy felt some type of way, because Candy was like, well, girl, you could have called me. I get it. I'm booked and busy or whatever, but you talking about you invited people of 30 years and you didn't invite me? Are we serious? That's because she didn't invite people from 30 years. It was just Sheree being Sheree and doing Sheree. That's what it was, But ultimately, Candy, you wouldn't have been able to make it probably anyway. You probably would not have been able to make it at the end of the day. Even Cynthia had to come out and say, I ain't gonna lie, Candy, I didn't think twice about you not being there, because you always gone. And that's just the God honest truth. Sheree even said the same thing, girl. I didn't even think you would have a clear schedule to come. And look at Candy. Well, I was actually home that day. I would have came. Girl, I would have just rather have. And look at Cynthia. Would you say you rather have the invitation so you could just deny it? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I wanted. Candy, who got time for that? Who has time for that? Like I said, Cynthia said she didn't think twice about it, because you ain't never there. First you neglecting your children. Now you neglecting the friend group, girl. We don't know. We not inviting you. And you even said earlier that you wouldn't be surprised if they stopped inviting you. So what's the big deal? I'm confused. Somebody out here in TV land, let me know what the big deal is, because Candy, you are mad for something that you created. You ain't never around, girl. You are never around. So it don't make sense. So now they move on to Monietta with this collusion. Monietta said that the girls was ganging up, because, Cynthia asked, is there a divide in the group? And Monietta said, well, girl, I'm just trying to say that I overheard the girls talking, Courtney and, the other side of the table, and they were basically having a collusion, but it really wasn't a collusion. It was just plotting. Same shit, different toilet. You know what I'm saying? And she says that Courtney had called her cousin a bitch. Yes, she did. She said, I heard Courtney call her cousin a bitch. And Courtney said, you a damn lie. I've never done that. And she said, you another lie. Yes, you did. So Courtney is holding steadfast that never happened. And the producers, it. They played the flashback, and Sanya and all them was that ahead, because they act like they ain't hid, And, Marlo, I use the bitch word every day. I'm not gonna lie. I probably wouldn't have caught on to it neither if it's used casually, because it wasn't used in a foul way. It just wasn't. But she's trying to proclaim her innocence, and tell, what's her name, Drew, that wasn't true, girl. That is not your cousin, Drew. Why is y'all get on my nerves. Let's move on. So everybody came together to do this group photo, as you can see, and this is Sanya's way of announcing her pregnancy to everybody out there in the group. So they take the picture, Sanya, send it to everybody, and don't nobody understand or know what's going on. Everybody's confused. They looking in, zooming in, saying like, zoom in, zoom in. Don't nobody see your shirt, saying that you pregnant. This is the second failed attempt on announcing your pregnancy to the girls. We don't, just say it, girl, just say it. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, Drew, you a hating ass bitch, because you won't get in your confessional. It was like, saying you always gotta be over the top with her announcements. You just mad because you don't know if Wreck-It Ralph got somebody else pregnant. Stop hating on the girl behind the doggone confessional by acting like you cool with the girl and you happy for, over there at the doggone mental health place. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, Drew. Drew, you a fake ass bitch for that, and I don't care what nobody see. But the girls get to talking about their reactions to it. You got Kenya over here saying she got baby fever, and I'm just wishing for the life of me she can go back to the doctor and see if she could create another egg with another donor child, because this thing with her ex-husband is not gonna work. It is just not. Anyway, they rally around Sanya to say, we are so happy for you. Candy was happy for her. Everybody was happy for her except Drew, because hurt people hurt people. Drew is going through hell and high water with her husband. So she can't do nothing but hate, because that's all she knows right now is hate, because Ralph hate her. Let's move on. So now we at the final scene. Drew and her sister / mama is over there preparing for the doctor to come over there, Dr. Ken. And the mama was like, well, you want me to come in there with you? And she was like, no, I got you. I don't care what none of y'all see. That's her mama. I don't care what y'all see. But anyway, Dr. Ken get in there and get himself comfortable or whatever. And he was like, well, Drew, what's been going on? I know you the only one been doing therapy for the last 13, 14 months. I ain't seen high low of Wreck-It Ralph. What's been tea? Like, what's been going on around the hospital, around the house? And Drew tells him that basically she's been moving forward with her therapy, but he don't want to do it. He does not want to have no therapy. He don't want nothing to do with it. He done moved out the room. She's confused as to her future. Let me give you your future, Drew. When you, like I said at the beginning, when you decide to move forward and make yourself better and whole mentally and emotionally, and your partner does not want to do the same, you will end up leaving him behind in the race. And that's literally what's happening right now, because Drew's telling this man he can't gaslight me no more. He not about to make me feel like what I'm not experiencing is what I'm experiencing, or what I'm experiencing is what I'm not experiencing. And they even go back to the flashback of him saying that she deserves a Lunchable. Girl, he has been disrespectful to you for a long time, and you're finally opening your eyes through the help of therapy to realize that he is the gaslighter and the things that everybody is saying that he was. But like I said, when you sit up here and try to put your marriage on the side and think you're just going to cure yourself, and everything's going to fall into place on the other side, it never works. It never has, and it never will. Period. Drew's coming to this realization that basically she's married to a gaslighter. He done jump state, and you can't find him for 2, 3, 4, 5 days. He got his own thing going on. And I love that Dr. Ken made her basically realize it and say it out loud that you will no longer be gaslit. And it gave her this sense of, oh wow, it was a oh shit moment. That's what it was. It really was an oh shit moment for Drew, and it made her go out into tears, because she realized she is at the end of her marriage, because you can't go no more further when you the only one doing the work. It never works. But that's these struggle marriages y'all be wanting, child. But yeah, that's what Drew had came to the conclusion, that her husband belongs to the streets, like most of our husbands. And I'm saying our because I'm black, not because I'm married. Most of y'all husbands belong to the street, not to you. I don't care what paperwork you got. It works when he dead, not when he alive. At the end of the day, Drew is a lot of black women in the community who just think everything is going to go great because I got married, and the whole time you a married single mother. You a married single wife. You are a married single friend, a married single, every type of relationship status, because you are the only one that you have when you look in the mirror. Me, myself, and I, that's what I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. You should have did that before y'all went down the aisle. Anyway, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode of Real Housewives of ATL and Yale. Y'all, let me know what y'all think. Jump in the conversation. I want to see what y'all think about Drew and this pregnancy with Sanya and all of this other stuff. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on TikTok, and I definitely gonna see y'all hoes later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll. How you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.